So, hi guys, good morning. So, today I want to harvest all of the ginger here, and also I'll be planting some more ginger. So, the ones that I'll harvest, I'll make sure that I've removed the seeds, then I'll plant. So, stay tuned. If you haven't liked this video yet, make sure you like this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed, and I'm going to show you a step-by-step process on how to plant, how to harvest, and also how to store. So that means I'm going to make some ginger powder. So stay tuned and make sure you've watched this video till the end, and feel free to ask any questions on how to grow ginger, how to harvest them, and also how to store them. So come along as I show you how I grow my ginger and the whole process. So ginger takes 7 to 10 months so it fully matures. So one of the signs that makes you know that it has started maturing is that the leaves start to turn yellow, and also some of the leaves die off. As you can realize, most of the leaves here have already died, and some are turning yellow. So that is one of the signs that your ginger has matured. So most of the time I plant my ginger in phases. So like right now I have a part of the farm that has fully matured ginger, and there's some part of the farm that has some ginger that are still growing. So this ginger, I planted them 3 months ago. So some survived, some didn't, and the reason being, when you're selecting the seeds, it should have at least 2 to 3 eyes. I'm going to tell you in detail when I start planting the same ginger that I have harvested here. Some I'm going to let them become seeds. So that's when I'm going to plant another round of ginger in this small space that I have here. So I'm going to finish harvesting all this area. It's a small section, and funny enough, it has given me some good amount of ginger. And I'm going to harvest, and then later on I'm going to replant some of the seeds that I'm going to get from here. If you leave your ginger for so long on the ground, what will happen? They will start turning green. The ginger will start turning green, and they will turn to seeds again. So that means they are going to regrow again. So just to prevent that, it's better when you see them, when you see that they have fully matured, it's good to start harvesting them so that you can plant some other seeds. So right now I want to select the seeds from the ones that I'm going to use to prepare some ginger powder, so that I do not even buy seeds again. That's what I always do. When I harvest, I make sure that I retain some seeds. And the disadvantage about ginger, you cannot store the seeds in the store and then you plant some other time. What we always do is just plant immediately, because if you store them, they are going to dry up. So that's what I'm doing. I want just to clear the area and then select the good seeds that I'm going to use for planting. So the good thing about farming your own crops is that you know the timing of the different crops with the weather pattern. So that's the reason why I plant, most of the time I plant my crops into phases. And this time round, I haven't gotten a good amount of ginger. Last year in this space, I harvested a whole bucket of ginger. So this time round, I don't know what happened to them, but I'm grateful. When you're a farmer, we always come out with something from the farm. So this time round, at least I've gotten something that I'm going to use to make some powder and also use them for seeds. So when you're selecting the seeds, make sure you look at the ones that have 2 to 3 eyes. That's a good seed. And make sure this is just to prevent them from rotting. If you select seeds that have less eyes or none, it means they will take time to grow, or they will die off before even they start growing. So as you can realize, these ones that I've left here, they have more eyes. You see, some have 2, some have 3, some have even 5. So it means they will take lesser days to start shooting. So before I start washing the ginger, one of my subscribers told me if I want to maintain my mint, I need to be adding more soil to it. You know, as a farmer, most of the time we learn things from other people. That's why we show our content to you guys, so that we can also learn from you. And so when she said, I just add more soil and it will start producing more shoots, and that's what I'm doing right now. I want to fill it up with soil so that more shoots will come out and it will grow better off. So because I have harvested a lot of ginger and I want to wash them, cut them, and then dry them before I go to the farm to start planting again, this is the hardest part when you want to produce ginger powder. So you need to wash them thoroughly. Some peel them off, but for me, I just wash them thoroughly and then cut them into pieces or shred them. So I have this toothbrush hack. I always have a toothbrush in the kitchen, or I always have a toothbrush in the bathroom, just to clean it up in the corner edges of things here in the home. So that's a toothbrush hack. So for me to clean the ginger well, I just want to use this toothbrush. It will easen my time here when I'm cleaning, and also it will clean the ginger so well. And the reason why I'm using all this ginger just for powder is because I have another section at the front part of the farm that has some more ginger that I'll be harvesting when I feel like using a fresh ginger here in the home. And the good thing about planting crops in phases, it helps you out in maintaining your farm and also having constant supply of the same crop in your home. So that means you're saving some money and also having vegetables in your farm or crops in your farm every single time. And this time round, we are entering the third phase of the weather pattern, or the fourth phase, which is almost the dry season. So November is when you're going to have some rain, and then rain will go off. So that means, especially for ginger loves a lot of rain. So that means during this 1 month, it's good when you plant when there's a lot of rain, so that it starts shooting, and then you can start now watering if you want to.
Put the bean, put the bean. Put the bean. Put the.
So I am done washing the ginger. So I need just to wash them just a little bit to remove the soil, so that they are clean. And then now I'll start cutting them or just slicing them into smaller pieces. And this is where most people do not like this part of cutting. Or if you have the crisp cutter or something, it will be easier for you, because for the knife it takes a lot of time. So like for this amount of ginger, it will take me for like 1 or 2 hours. so that I'm done slicing all the ginger. Of course, I'll take breaks in between, but you're supposed to slice them as thin as possible. So I have a TikTok account. So one day I saw someone asking, how do you turn ginger into powder? And because she had harvested a lot of ginger, and I tried to tell her that you're supposed to slice them into smaller pieces, like the way you slice the crips. Yeah, here in Kenya we say crips, but I think in the western country they say chips. The smaller ones that they're just snacks. I don't know how I can explain them. So you cut them, slice them into very thin slices so that they dry faster. Come.
Yes.
Kuja unipelekee. Nikiendelea ndio niteneke unianikie. Ndio nike kwa hiyo tandarua huko mbele. Sawa. So I'll be slicing as my son takes some to start drying, because I'm banking on the sun so that the faster they dry, the faster they become fresh. Have you ever bought some ginger spice and it does not have that smell? Because most of the time when I make my own ginger powder, they always have that strong smell, especially when you open it up. Sometimes you even sneeze, so that means it was dried well and it was fresh when it was dried. So that's why I want to dry them well and faster so that they retain the fresh smell. So I'm going to do this same process to all the ginger that is remaining, and then I'm going to dry them, and then later on I'll start planting the ginger that I had harvested. So after many hours, I took some break, made some snacks, and then I came back to continue slicing. Right now I'm done. You can even see in my face the excitement that I have after finishing slicing. This is always the hardest part in ginger powder making. So I am done. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dry them, all the ginger, and then I'm going to be checking them out to see if they're well dried, and then that's when I will start grinding them. So I'm going to use my favorite drying as material to dry them faster. So I'm going to spread them well on the surface and then let them dry completely. It will take hours, and I will show you the progress on the drying, how they are drying. So now let's start planting the ginger that had remained. So as I had said earlier, ginger takes 8 to 9 months, sometimes even 10 months to fully mature. Because these ones that I've harvested, I planted them in April. So that means they have taken around 9 months. So when you're planting them, just dig some shallow trenches or holes and then place them. Spacing should be around 5 to 8 centimeters. That's the correct spacing when you're planting them. And also the seeds, make sure you choose very fresh ginger, and the ones that have eyes, 2 to 3 eyes are recommended. And that's what they will grow faster. They'll shoot faster when they have eyes, 2 to 3 eyes. And when you're planting, make sure the eyes face upwards. That means the pointed parts or the eyes are the ones that will start now producing the leaves. That's how you plant ginger. Make sure also, because here in my farm, I always throw wood ash in my farm, just to reduce acidity in our farm. Also, you when you're planting, make sure you mix your soil with wood ash. Prepare your soil earlier, like a week or 2 weeks before you plant. That's when you get some good amount of ginger at the end of the period. So that's what I did. I had not prepared my farm earlier, but I've been throwing wood ash to the farm for I think like 2 months now, when the ginger was still growing. So I just want to place all the ginger and then cover it up with very little soil. When you're covering your ginger, make sure you do not overcover it, because ginger tends to produce at the uh, top part of the soil. They do not go deeper, they just produce their ginger at the top soil. So that's why we always cover it with very little soil. Also prevents rotting when they start growing. So before I forget, make sure you plant your ginger when there is a lot of rainfall. Or if you the one that irrigate, make sure you irrigate it with a lot of water. Ginger loves a lot of water, and that's how you grow your ginger at home. That's how I grow mine. You can also grow yours on the pot, and they will do just fine. So I am done. I just want to go and check the progress of our drying ginger. I'm also going to make some lunch before I start the drying process, if it will be dry. So when you're drying, make sure you check when they start carving up, it means they have started drying. But for now, they are not fully dried. I'm going to give them some time for like even tomorrow. I'm going to check them. I think I'm going to let them dry even after tomorrow, and then I'll see how they are. Then I'll start grinding them. So they didn't dry well the other time, yesterday. So today is another day. I have to dry them again for hours. I think I'm going to, because I have other things that I'm doing through the day. So I'm going to do the other things. Then I will come back to check on them to see if they are fully dried, and then I will start the grinding process. So it's around 3 p.m. So I'm just going to check them up, and I think right now they are fully dried because they have been drying since yesterday. So when you're checking them, just crush them with your hands and see. Like right now, when I'm crushing them, they are crushing. So that means they are fully dried. So they are ready now to be crushed, so that they can become powder now. So when you're crushing your ginger, you can use the traditional way of crushing, the ones that use the stone to stone crushing, or you can pound with a clean, it's called kinu, or you can grind using a modern way of grinding, which is the grinder. So for me, I'm just going to use my machine, which is a grinder. I'm going to grind mine using the modern way. So, and that's what I'm going to do. And the process of grinding is very easy. Just put on the grinder, put on the machine, and then it grinds well. And this time round, I will not get some good amount, because the other time I got like a kg, like 2 kgs of ginger powder last year, and I have used it for almost a whole year. I've never bought ginger powder. So this amount, it will still take me some months to buy some ginger, and because I still have the fresh ginger on the farm, so it means this one will also take me for some time. So the first batch is done. I'm going to repeat the same process for all the dried ginger that is here, and then I will store our ginger. So this is our last batch of our ginger, a dried ginger. So if you that one person like me that loves making their own spices, I would wish to have a garden of almost all the spices, if I can, even all the spices, especially at my backyard garden. But that's always my dream, when I just come out of the house and see thyme here, oregano here, lavender here, ginger on the other side, rosemary, lemongrass, all those spices that you can name them. That will be my dream. I think soon, I think in my next planting season, I'm going to look for almost all the spices that I can get. And if you're here and you know a person who sells spices, seedlings, because here in the village you cannot get them. That's why I'm always innovative in finding and looking for almost all these spices on my own. So if you know somebody, or you know someone who knows someone, you can drop your comment and also let me know. I am done grinding all the powder. This is the amount that I've gotten. So what I'm going to do right now is just to store them in my containers, and because my friend is also here, I'm going to gift her some so that she can also use for her tea and also for her cooking, and that will be it. And this is some good amount of ginger. Of course, it's not the amount of ginger that I was expecting, because last year I got like 2 kilograms of ginger powder. But it's good for a farmer. Always a farmer does not get empty-handed. So I'm just going to be thankful for the little or the more that I've gotten this time round. And so if you have watched this video till the end, thank you so much. And if you have watched and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share this video. So thank you so much. Be blessed. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.